Oh my God, bro. Maybe this is where she goes on my lap.
Maybe.
Come here. Sit down. Go. My name is Eric Vollono. I'm a private chef here in Denver, and I'm going to teach you how to make chicken Parmesan. This is the first dish I learned how to make as a professional. It's near and dear to my heart. It's the first time that I made something that I was like, I know why I'm in the kitchen. What we're doing while we're preparing this dish is we're building layers of flavor. We've got the sweetness in the carrots and the marinara. We've got that little bit of salt from the cheese. We've got the fresh pasta. It's covered in butter. It's really nice fat. Parmesan on top of everything. And fresh basil to kind of bring everything and lift it. When you do it right and you get all these components together, it's gonna be a really, really special treat. If I make this dish for you, it's because you're somebody special to me. When I make my marinara, I like to use San Marzano tomatoes. I crush them in a ricer, so that way they're nice and fine. Saute up some carrots and onions until the onions become translucent. And you can start to really smell the sugars in the carrot. You add your fresh garlic, saute, add your tomato paste, deglaze with a little white wine, and that's when you add your crushed tomatoes in. After you add your crushed tomatoes, you want to hit it with some oregano, finish it off with fresh basil. Before you put on the chicken parm, you're going to want to give it enough time to cool down. If you put hot sauce on a chicken parm before you broil it, the sauce will just slide right off.
What is a cutlet?
I mean, for me, like a cutlet is just going to be a piece of chicken that's been slightly pounded and breaded. After you get the chicken breast home, you want to get them in the brine. So you want to have your brine made and cooled before you get there. You want about 2 hours in that brine. Then you take it out, dry it out a little bit, cut it in half, and then 2 layers of saran wrap. I like to use 2 layers because you can reuse it. You can also use a Ziploc bag if you want. When you're pounding your chicken, you want to kind of go away from the center of the chicken. You never want to go straight down, because if you go straight down, you're going to be putting holes in your chicken. I always look for about a 1/4 inch thick. You get a really nice breading to chicken ratio, so it's a very satisfying bite, and it also keeps your cooking time very consistent. It's an important step for me as I'm breading the chicken that we season in layers. Our AP flour is going to have some dried spices to it, granulated garlic, onion, some oregano, cayenne, paprika. The egg wash is going to have a little cracked black pepper, and then we're going to have oregano and Parmesan cheese in the panko. My pasta is delicious, and it's because it's simple. It's only 4 ingredients. It's eggs, flour, salt, and oil. That's it. The rest of it is just mixing it, paying attention to it as it goes. I like to get my oil up to about 350. Always drop away from you. You know, make sure that doesn't splatter back. You don't want to hurt yourself. And then you just always just cook it till it's done. If you're looking for golden brown, I always keep an extra thermometer so that way I can temp and make sure that my chicken's hitting 165. So after you fry the chicken, in order to build it, you always want to start in layers. You want to be thinking about what's happening. So you don't want your chicken to get soggy. You want to be ready to go. Have all your mise en place in one place. So you start with the marinara. Immediately in the fresh basil. The cheese is going to act as a little protective barrier for that basil so it doesn't torch underneath the salamander or the broiler. Do your mozzarella. I like to add a little Parmesan and pecorino over the top and some fresh oil so you get like a really nice toast. After you build your chicken parm and you're ready to toast it, you're gonna wanna have your broiler on high and make sure your racks are about halfway in your oven. So you have enough space that the cheese will caramelize, but you're not gonna burn your breadcrumbs. As far as timing goes, it's one of those things where you cook it till it's done, but you're looking for like a really nice golden brown on the cheese. Couple of little dark spots, really nice, kind of just enhance that flavor. Let's talk about rolling pasta. When I start rolling my pasta, I always take a rolling pin, just get it nice and smooth. And then you want to make it so that way it fits through your pasta machine without compacting or pressing the sides. So you get a nice even roll, no dimpling, and you don't want it to stick. So you want to keep some flour handy for that. Then you just continually move through the machine until you get the desired thickness. I went all the way to as thin as I could get it. I drop it into boiling salted water for about 2 to 3 minutes and then finish it in the saute pan. As it's cooking, I add a little bit more of that pasta water, some butter, cracked pepper, and fresh Parmesan cheese. Give it a little toss and it becomes Cacio e Pepe. To plate this dish, I put the marinara sauce down first. Spun the pasta so it's nice and tight. Pop that down on the plate. And then shingle the chicken Parmesan off the side. Finish it off with the fresh grated Parmesan and fresh torn basil and the basil oil. And you're ready to eat. You should make this chicken parm because it's the right way to do it. Nailed it.